Hey, Rick at that.
Hello, what's up this evening? Up in this game, yeah, I know you see it. All the way up, yeah, it's no deceiving. We ain't journey, but don't stop believing. Ain't no uno folk, yeah, it's a trio. Triple up, yeah, do it for our people. Ain't no splitting, yeah, it's always equal. And them boys cold, yeah, I say free, yo. Number one, yeah, we gon' talk about real. Old school player, not just hit to ring the bell. New Jersey brother with stories to tell. Delivering the real like he was handling the mail. Then we got tired, bringing in the swag. Black and gold country, handling the bag. Tar Heel living, laughing and never mad. Plus a light skinned life that me and Real never had. Oh yeah, and then there's me. No doubt, man, the wildest of the three. Don't filter, incite, awaken in a dream. The absolute no F giver on the team. All three come together, man, know so well. Feeding off of each other, man, by no sale. Too strong with the vibes, man, ain't gon' fail. 3 shots to the dome, finna give y'all hell. 3 shots to the dome, turn us up, cause you know we on. 3 shots to the dome, recognize all of it on. 3 shots.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of 3 Shots to the Dome. You know how we do. Hey, we back in the lab doing what we do. We smashed everybody with another episode of 3 Shots News, and we was acting a fool. But now we back here to, you know what I'm saying, to get a little serious and get on topic. And tonight we're gonna get into what a lot of folks need to be talking about, but you know, it's a sensitive topic, and we gonna ride the line. We gonna jump on the fence today because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We like to ride the edges of danger.
I'm getting in trouble for this.
Yeah, we all might get into a little trouble.
I'm getting in trouble
for this one.
And Easter's tomorrow.
We've been saying, you know, we're gonna get into this whole resurrection situation, but first and foremost, I want to do our shot. Unfortunately, Sam's not shooting with us tonight, but me and Terrell, we're gonna do our shot. We're gonna do our toast. Sam can definitely still come in and step in with his toast when he wants to step. So I'm gonna get, what you want to toast to, Sam? Get this thing jumped off. What would you like to toast to, bro?
My family. That's it. I'm toasting my family.
That's it. That's a big
all
deal.
That needs to be said right now.
That's a big deal. The family is everything. My toast is going to be to my 3 Shots family. These brothers have helped me see things in a different perspective and have motivated me, you know what I'm saying, to want more, you know what I'm saying, and introduce me to some things that like I realize I'm finding my passion in being in front of this mic and being in front of this camera and talking to everybody, you know what I'm saying, and being able to do that. Like, really, it's because of these brothers here, man. Like, it's the real deal, and I love it, you know what I'm saying. I appreciate them and love them for, you know what I'm saying, what they put me on to. So my toast is to these dudes right here, man. Really Real and Samuel, my guys.
Yeah, one more time, call me my government name.
I mean,
it's really it's three letters in the name.
See why I love them? It don't take much for me to make Sam hate me. So I just So that's my toast. My toast is to us, the 3 Shots. What you got, Real?
My toast is to everybody out there, man, who's in a positive state of mind, man. Because it's too much stuff going on, man. You know, people leaving this earth every day. People, you know, getting laid down every day, going to jail every day, man. It's just so much negativity. So all the ones remaining positive, you know, with their chest up, you know, moving forward, you know, salute y'all, man.
Hey.
I'm sipping on this bottle of Costa Rican rum.
As you shouldn't.
With no English on it that I got as a gift. So, thank you.
Pour up, brother. You sure you don't want no Rebel instead? You ain't tried the Rebel yet. You ain't tried it yet.
Make them suffer.
You ain't tried it. It ran out there like hard for real.
So,
hey.
Salute.
Much love.
I'm drinking Fresca. All y'all people over the age of 33 know about Fresca. Used to be at your grandmama's house and everything.
Senior citizen juice.
Drink who?
Woo! Senior citizen juice. Put that back up. Woo! So, yeah, that shot was a little bit.
Yeah, I believe
it hard, and that I tried that. Not all right. It's not okay. It hit different. It's like, it actually, like, the fact that after letting I shot and I shot that was, it kind of messed up my whole taste buds. But today we're going to get into our topic, which is racially biased double standards when it comes to these crime allegations that's hitting. the racial bias that we're dealing with these crimes is it's not even like under wraps no more, y'all. Like, I mean, it's like, it used to be like one of them little slick little things. Like, what do you mean? You know, you had to explain. No, it's blatant. The racial tension in these allegations when folks are being, we're being accused different, and even when we're the victim as black folk, when we're victims, they'll go find our criminal history, and we was the one that got shot, that got killed.
We asked them
They'll vilify you.
They'll vilify. We the victim, and they'll vilify us. Like wow, like I got shot 6 times at Dunkin' Donut. Like I was just trying to get a coffee in a muffin, and I got murked. And y'all talk about, oh, but he got pulled over for some other crap in 1991.
like
It's 2023. Like, what that got to do with what that got to do with the price of tea in China? Really? Like, I mean, this is crazy. The racial tension is like, it's almost like it's like slavery level, but like we ain't slaves. But are we?
Yes, we are.
Really? Are we or are we not? So we're gonna tap into, all three of our views on, some examples and some situations where, we witnessed, experienced, and, dealt with these racial biases, and when it comes to these crimes and these allegations that we have to deal with. Sam, I'm gonna start with you. I know you have a very in-depth outlook on this situation. I mean, I think most people do, but this is something that you kind of brought to us this time around, brother. So I want you to kind of take the lead on that situation.
I mean, just kind of going off the top, since something recently happened. Rel mentioned mentioned something in our news actual episode we did about the 2 Ohio State football players who were accused of sexually assaulting a female and came out that they were innocent, but everybody essentially said guilty, vilified them. But then you have these Caucasian celebs who've been getting away with things for years, or other people who get caught up with things and immediately they're like, well, what happened? Well, what was the situation? Or they're asking all these questions instead of it being, no, they're just guilty. For another example being recently with Jonathan Majors. Was it wife, girlfriend? Was it wife or something? Girlfriend, okay. Girlfriend, it came out that allegedly he abused her and these other things. I don't want to get too deep into it, but that's just the gist of it. It came out a little while later that wasn't the case, and she basically took back the statements and everything else. But the point of it is, when it came out, everybody and their mama were like, "Oh, I knew he was a bad guy," or it's just something, something about him that made it seem like, and everything was just piling on that he was guilty. He was this bad person. He was just this terrible individual. Bringing back Dana White from a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Dana White
Smacked
the shit out of his wife.
We all know what happened to Ray Rice.
That was on camera now, and everybody kind of like, it was almost water under the bridge. But they kept piling on to Jonathan Majors until this stuff came out later. And it's other examples that you can use where black people were accused of things and automatically they're guilty. White people get accused of things and now all of a sudden we want to play fucking Nancy Drew and shit and try to figure out every little thing that went on in that situation instead of saying, oh no, he's guilty. Like, it's kind of crazy.
What is it? Like, what's the rule? Like, what's the rule? The rule is not clean cut.
It's
not clean cut depending on, the color of your skin.
It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, crime is crime regardless.
Right.
And y'all they always throw out innocent until proven guilty. That's not the case for people in our community.
Nope.
As soon as something happens, it's guilty. Even proven innocent, you're still guilty somehow.
Look at some people will and will not understand what I'm saying when I say this, but where was Buster? Anybody understand what I'm saying when I say that?
You talking about
From Murdoch. Where was Buster?
No, you talking about? I thought you Buster from
Wow.
No, where was Buster when that young man got hit by that car and they found him dead on the side of the road? Now, yeah, his father was convicted of murder.
I'm lost.
Oh yeah, you're lost because.
You talking about Buster from?
No, Buster Murdoch.
Godfather of Harlem.
No, Buster Murdoch.
Oh.
Buster
The
Murdoch
one that was just recently convicted,
was the son of the Murdoch father who just got convicted of murdering his son and his wife. Now he was convicted of murdering his son and his wife, but nobody talk about the fact that during that investigation, during that time when things was in chaos, Buster Murdoch supposedly or may have ran over a dude allegedly ran over a kid on his bike on the road and left him for dead, and he died. And then they found the boy's body, and through all the investigation stuff, nobody was talking to Buster.
That ain't no surprise.
And but the thing is, if his dad was Reggie, and he was a black dude,
it'd have been an investigation for the whole family.
The whole investigation would have went down. But he had political ties. He was a lawyer in their county. He was big time. It was generational wealth. That what they were dealing with.
But we can bring the Bushes into this then.
We can bring the Bushes. We can bring the Trumps into this.
George Bush's wife dragged.
We can bring the Trumps into this.
Drag the person behind that truck.
We can bring the violence of the white race into this all day. And I think that what we're dealing with these racial differences is
it's just
nothing's really changed, y'all.
It's simply a divide in America, period, when it comes to
and it's been that way. It's not new.
It's mainly the whole judicial system, period.
Yes, it was never designed for us.
It never was. And
it was designed to incarcerate us.
And then at the same time, you got, this image of, the darker skinned community of black, brown people. You know what I'm saying?
If I get pulled over high, I'm going to jail for, I'll just say, a year. If my white counterpart gets pulled over in the same situation, same night, high, he might get 6 months of probation or just a slap on the wrist.
The kid that
Mom and Daddy coming to pick him up.
The kid that
nothing may happen at all.
The kid that assaulted that girl behind the dumpster, and they gave him probation instead of putting him in jail. And the kid that was accused ended up doing jail time.
There was a dude.
What about
a white dude who killed 4 people and got off?
We can make it simple. What about the young boy who shot up and killed all the black people at the church, and they took him to Burger King.
Yeah. He finally got.
And they took him. He said he was hungry. They were like, "Well, let me go get you a burger."
He's finally on the
cheese.
I watched cats on First 48 get Cheez-Its right before they snitch. That they don't even get a burger.
They was already locked up,
and they was already locked up. They in their shackles, like. It's disrespectful, man. It's bad. It's bad.
So all right. So now, how is this gonna change? What can change this?
It's not.
The only way it can change is if we actually go back and redo the original laws, constitutional laws, and Bill of Rights and everything else. But they're not gonna go in there and redo these judicial laws. I don't know why I brought Bill of Rights in, but you know what? Fuck it. Yeah. We didn't need to redo everything. All this stuff was written up and put in the paper and put in the law, all while we were still picking cotton for Jedediah and them on the fucking plantations.
Period.
I'm just saying, like,
it was never built for us.
All the laws that y'all want us to go out there and follow are not the same laws and penalties that y'all give to people that don't follow these said laws.
Nope, not at all.
If it's not a black person.
This is bad for 3 shots to the dome, because in all reality, like, we're being racially plucked off, and the only solution is war. But us as black folk, as a community, we don't come together well enough as a community to really say we're really going to stand for something, because folks are scared. Folks don't, they know that, they know the outcome. We're going to lose a lot more than we're willing to sacrifice as a community. We're going to lose our children. Like, we're going to have kids who are going to be killed. We're going to have, you know, our elders are going to be killed and things of that nature. But the thing is, they're being killed anyway. So why not fight? Why not fight? You see it what happened January 6th, when they felt like they needed to support Donald Trump. They stormed the Capitol like that was okay.
Now how many?
If that would have been us storming the Capitol for Obama, they would have dropped the bomb on that bitch. Let's keep it 100.
Think about how many of them people didn't even get real time or anything though for doing that.
They ain't get nothing. If that would have been us storming the Capitol about Obama, and Obama told us to do it, they would have literally sent a missile to that motherfucker. They wouldn't even have cared about the white folks who was present.
They went from back the blue to fuck the blue.
Like, period. It didn't matter. Like, that is really a problem. And like, and the people don't want to really acknowledge that. They want to act like, I mean,
it doesn't benefit them.
It doesn't benefit them. Like, we trying to live our best lives under restrictions.
You really want to think about we're trying to live a life under false pretenses.
Oh, for sure. We've been living a life under false pretenses our entire life.
If you want to be honest, like
our entire existence, bro.
And then I just go into all these just instant accusations, and black folks instantly get, you know, put in the guilty category. No matter what the case, even when it's an overwhelming amount of evidence showing otherwise.
I'm far from a stupid nigga, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's deep. Like we can touch on healthcare, we can touch on pharmaceuticals, we can touch on really everything that really runs this world, and how it's all being pent against us. You tell me a cure-all drug. You tell me a cure-all drug, right? You can't. And then you talk to me about why all these illnesses are high in the black community. White people eat pork too. Why is their blood pressure doesn't seem to be as high as ours?
Because we eat it a lot.
Yeah,
No, so do they.
No.
But they do.
But you understand.
Dude, I am light skinned.
Soul food.
I am light skinned.
They gave us the worst part of the pig.
Yes, they gave us the worst part of the pig, but the pig is the pig. The pig is the pig.
And then think about this: black people put salt in everything. Not to get off topic.
Where the fuck is this coming from?
It's deeper. I mean, I get like your response, Rel, is exactly what is expected. It is. It is. Black people put salt on everything. I don't put salt on shit, bro. But I season my food. I season my food.
We'll go on food. As a matter of fact, it's gonna be another topic, because I'll school y'all on some shit when it comes to soul food.
Oh no, soul food. Soul food is definitely more inherited than these diseases. We get the same disease and we die and we get sick from the same thing that our grandparents did and our great grandparents did, because we cook and eat the same way they did.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what gets passed down. It gets passed down. This is how we fry this chicken. This is how we make these greens. We put the ham hock in there and we let that boil down and we do all that. But like, what I'm saying is, white folks take these same recipes and use them and eat the food.
Well, our problem is, we'll just stay on this topic 2 seconds.
We went on a bit of a tangent, but it's all good.
Our problem is we went away from our original diet.
Oh, we on that tangent, okay.
Eating lion? No.
Black people's original diet was off the land.
It was from the land. It was fruits and vegetables. Yeah,
We
sir.
planted stuff. So, but again,
But that's on us.
slavery came in, and
But that's on us. So let's look at another aspect of it, Rail. Let's look at because the topic was the criminal allegations that we deal with and the racial bias in that. So why are we perceived as the criminals at all costs? Like, I mean, we are.
that's embedded.
That's
That's
easily said.
It's deep rooted.
Yeah, that's deep rooted.
So
Deep rooted hatred is.
So, folks,
it never changes.
but didn't you ask the
That can't
question?
be undone. What's
What's the solution? How do we fix it?
The only way it can possibly be changed outside of
I
change.
say war.
Outside of change the laws, the only way it can be changed is if people stop trying to push down old embedded, theories and ideologies on the younger generation.
Here's an unpopular.
But they're never going to do that.
I'm just saying. I never said it was going to happen. I'm just saying.
Here's a couple
Critical race theory.
Here's a couple things. One, hate is deep rooted and it's taught. That's not going to change because it takes away from their privilege. All right. Number two, and most people probably are going to agree with me.
Mm.
But for laws and stuff to change,
Speak up.
for laws and stuff to change, we need to get into the system. We need to get into these systems.
We need to have people in there.
And these lawmakers, which are mainly old white men,
Which
need to become younger.
But therein lies the problem.
And term limits need to be, they need to be term
The
limits.
Senate has
absolutely.
to have to lose their chair after a certain amount of time. It can't be just be in the House forever.
You can't be walking around like a damn mummy.
No,
still
that's
trying to make
that's
laws.
absolute facts. But think about it. Okay.
If that's the case too, really, Joe Biden shouldn't be the president.
Hell no.
So
He
let's
shouldn't be a president.
let's also say this.
And Obama, after his second term,
The
it
president should be
50.
37 years old.
You should not be over 50 in a president. I'm sorry.
No.
When you get so let's say we start getting into these political offices and into these seats and states and everything like that, but you still mess around and you have the overwhelming majority being the Republican Party and these old racist,
But I think if you
can change.
played the point,
They are helping.
Yeah.
They are
if we put the youth, and even if it's
Jordan effect.
this, what you have to understand first and foremost is there really ain't no difference between the Democrats and Republicans.
No, not
There's
really.
not. That's the same team that's
Zero.
fucking us over all the way around.
Zero.
But that's
So what I'm saying, what I get that Rail was given to us is if we make that younger, if we start to break that down to a younger stage, to where it's like now you got young people, even if they're white, their homie is Laquanda. You know what I mean? Like they went to college with Russell, who was just he was an engineer major, and that's their homie, and he knows how his mom Juanita was being treated in the hood. So like if we put youth in those seats, they have a different outlook on all sides because they had Hector was their homie. They had JJ who was their homeboy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they looked out for them. They kept them from getting jumped on the way to science. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So we gotta really I feel where Rail's coming from. Like we gotta take this old white ideology out of the control system and put in youth where it's like I see what they've gone through. Like that this is the reason why they don't want to support critical race theory and that being taught in schools, because they don't want the youth to understand how wrong shit was and shit has been.
They just don't want the actual story of everything to come out.
Exactly.
But the thing is, we'll probably be long and gone, but
That'll happen.
White people are going to be the minority in like 2042, I think.
Yeah.
So the times are changing.
Yeah, time will change it.
They're not having
Time will
babies.
change.
So that's not going to do nothing but put more fear and everything else. So now,
so it's going to have.
It's going to put more fear in that community, and now the distance and the bias is going to get progressively worse until they can't control it.
So
but the thing is, they won't be able to win that war. Yeah. They won't be able to win that war. You know what I'm saying? Like once the color is dominating the census, they'll know that we're outnumbered.
We can live to our 80s and 90s. We'll see it.
But the way that pork and that soul and shit work, we ain't gonna make it. And I mean, and I'm good with that because I got a 6-year-old.
And diet's coming up. Diet episode's coming up.
I got a 6-year-old, and he can make a difference. He's gonna play a part in that generational change.
Yep. Because
it's not gonna be something that we can do now. Like our generation, my generation, we screwed.
We can keep putting in work until
we got to put in work with the youngins. Yeah. It all comes down to kids. But that if they know that, that's the reason why they're fighting the critical race theory and not being taught. That's why they took African American history and stuff like that out of schools. That's why they took it out of schools because they don't want. They don't want. It's not that they don't want black kids to know their history because they can't control that because we're gonna teach that at home. They don't want. They don't want the white kids. I do.
Oh no, I
do.
Oh yeah. As a whole, no, but I definitely.
Do.
I try to embed it in my girls now, and they like young. I'm still
exactly. You got to put it on them. But that's the thing. But that's not the problem. They don't want the young white kids who like or besties with Jamal. They're in kindergarten and Jamal's their best friend. They play with Jamal every day. We be coloring and stuff. They don't want their little white kids to say like, why would you treat Jamal's family like that? Why would you do that, Dad? Mom? Why would you do that?
Right.
Because Jamal's a great kid. He's awesome. Why would you do that? They don't want that because that makes them look terrible. And they don't want their white kids to hate them and their ancestry like that. We, as black people, have gotten away from the fact that we need to embrace our ancestors. Our ancestors didn't want us to live the way we're living.
This generation can't forget about it.
Yeah. This generation can't forget about it. And that's the problem.
They don't give two shits.
They don't give a damn. And I'm done talking on the topic, really.
I mean, so there's a lot of stuff that need to be done.
Put your head like on camera.
We just gotta put in the work.
I don't care.
We gotta keep putting in the work, man, because the world we leave to our children is what matters.
But you gotta think, like how long do we continue to see just the general bias and
it's not.
I mean, we're going to continue. We're going to see it our lifetime. We're going to see the rest of our lifetime.
We'll see, and we'll see a change for the better, a slight change for the better. We'll see it because the generation is going to get older. The generation is going to get older.
Yep, they're going to die,
and the balance gap is going to get more balanced. So
listen, I had white friends.
You sound like a white person.
That I love.
Got black friends.
No, I mean, yeah, you can say that. You can say that. I mean, I'm okay with that. But like, I got white friends that I love that like really like have looked out in the clutch. Like, I'm not even gonna. You know what I mean? Everybody's not bad.
I wouldn't be here living.
What do I exactly? If do I trust that they would give up their privilege for me? No, I do not. But do they actually care? Yeah, I think they do, and they've shown that they care.
Yeah.
Because of, I mean, most likely because of the levitation of the situation. You know what I mean? If it was going to be a game changer, it was going to take their privilege. They probably wouldn't have looked out the way.
Chris Rock said it best. Chris Rock said, "There ain't a white person in here that'll trade places with me."
No, exactly.
And I'm rich.
And I'm rich. So like, understand that. Like that's the reality of what we live in. So when you say, "Are we going to see a change in our generation?" No, we're not.
We will.
And not in our day.
Before you leave this earth, you will. I promise you.
I mean, I would love to see it.
You will.
Do I have faith in that?
Think about this. Think about this. When you were in high school,
Mm-hmm.
tell the truth. When you were in high school, did you ever think you would see a black president?
No.
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 Did you ever think you would see this many black politicians?
No.
Hell no.
No. No, I didn't.
Hell
So
no, I didn't.
change is just it's gonna.
You can say this.
But-
Change is gonna come
thing is-
every 4 or 5 generations.
So I have a back and question on that. You're right. I didn't. I never pictured it. But have those black people that we saw, how much have they really done for us?
That's a whole nother issue.
Right. That's
And
basically another time.
That's
Hey,
but
black people get up there,
that takes they get like nigga please, right? They get on some nigga please. Like I'm not new.
like bro.
So like
I'm
Are you
I'm
walking
around
around
right
D?
now.
yeah, like I bangs with them at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I'm saying is yeah, like that was mind blowing. But it was even more mind blowing when it happened. That rebel, get that rebel in you. Now, when it happened and we got Obama, right?
Jesus.
It was like, wow, like we got a black president. But like, and I mean, I love Obama. He's my president. He's my president forever. Like he's always gonna be my president.
I feel like that's the
Right.
majority of black people.
So,
saying.
but at the same time, it's like, what did they really allow him to do for us?
That's the other problem. I mean,
No,
that's
the rebel ain't hit for you.
I'm still recovering.
I'm telling you, my first shot of the rebel was better than when after I took that. I was like, oh God, like it hit different. I didn't say I ain't pouring nothing in my other little cup because I was like, I can't handle it. I'm about to though, but like really like when you talk about the racial bias in these criminal allegations that we're supposed to be speaking on. I know we get not necessarily off topic, but we get deeper.
We just went on a hell of a tangent and try to bring it back.
We get deeper until we get
I
deep.
got a question for us.
That takes you
Back
deep
on
though. That
track.
topic
No,
takes
I
you
get
deep.
it.
I got a question to get us back on track, right? I'm talking about racial bias and all this other stuff. You know, everybody knows that if I go out here and commit a crime,
Mhm.
and my white neighbor across the street goes and commits the same crime,
You're
I'm
gonna
going to
get more
get
time.
3 times the amount
At the time,
No
we
doubt.
had a different.
of time that he gets. So
No doubt.
when
But
it
then-
comes to that, how are we going to change that? We got to get in the
We need more black judges.
See, even the
We
black
need
judges
more
thing
black
doesn't-
judges. We need more black lawyers. We need more people of our community working in the legal system.
Now, I'll say this: the black lawyers thing, absolutely. But the black judges, once they get up there, sometimes they forget they black judges.
But like that's them right now. But that's what we're talking about. I'm not saying it's an overnight thing. I'm saying
Yeah,
I'm saying it's the process.
But what I mean is this: like,
I'm speaking on the process.
you'll have the black folks who get into the legal system, and then they'll start to be like, I want to say it's a lot
They be scared of
but
us.
it ends up being pressure to still fall into that same way that gives, okay, you got to ease up off little Bobby over there, but we got to make sure that this brother over here gets
What it really does is though, Sam, is they dig into one's past, right? So like it's
That's
like
gonna change.
it's like
No, that's
it's
never
like
changed.
we talked about off camera, it was outside of 3 shots of recording. We talked about, you know, you running into situations with the law, me running into situations with the law, you running into situations with the law. Now, that is what it is right now. And I've had black judges that's been like, get out my face. And they're like, in most cases, when I stood in front of that judge, it was like, didn't you have a past of doing? Didn't in 1993 you did? When you was in school, this happened. I'm fucking 40. Why are you talking about some shit that happened when I was in school?
But the whole thing is,
But like,
they always swear
they
never leaves.
they use that to feed
pile
into
on.
our character.
Yeah.
So like of course you would do this shit you pulled this time because look what you was doing back then. But like, no, it's a completely different situation. I'm a different man.
Right. But they don't care about
They don't care about the present man. They want to look at you as a whole. So where I say the youth coming into our legal system, being our judges, being our lawyers, and those type of things, that is saying that, okay, I'm 40 years old. So now I'm at an age where I can go to court and be like, damn, Juanita, you the judge? Man, we in the middle school, we in the 6th grade together.
The crazy thing is technically she's not supposed to
She
reside over
she's supposed to not even.
Yeah, she can't reside over you.
She can't even reside over my shit. But like after a while, like we was talking about though, after a while, if we all link together, you can't avoid that.
Yeah.
You don't have to say nothing when you get up there. I can't get up there and say, "Oh, Juanita, girl, you know." Nope, I can't say that. I gotta be like, "Yes, Judge, yes, Your Honor," and she's gonna say, "Mr. Davis."
Yeah, you gotta be. I mean, that's how it's gonna happen.
This is what I mean, and that's
That's
how.
how it's gonna happen.
But they have to be there.
All right.
Judge Bartholomew is not gonna give a shit. He don't know you, and he's 77.
He don't care.
He's been doing this shit for 40 years, so he don't care. At the same time, he's like, shit, I just want to get out of the courtroom right now. I want to blow through these cases. Niggas is going to jail for a long time. Nathan, you're good. Nigga, you're going to jail for a long time. Joshua, you're fine. You're going to jail for a long time. Like, it's going to be what they want it to be right now. We have to change the face of what we're looking at when we're standing in court.
The whole thing about the system is essentially getting bread and getting a certain demographic behind bars.
There is a back end plan that is being worked.
Because I mean,
and it's against us.
In situations I've seen, like they say, well, we understand your last
multi-billion-dollar business.
It's like your last offense.
Multi-billion-dollar business.
Like your last offense was a certain time ago, but this offense is such amount of years later. And instead of going by the actual date of the offense, like they do in most cases, they'll go by the shorter time to get you.
They got to reach back.
Yeah, but I'm saying they'll go by the shorter window instead of the actual window when something happened, just to ensure that you're gonna get a worse sentence than what you would have before. I mean,
time to wrap up.
Yeah, yeah, we can do that. I mean, shit, we can do that. Shit.
We're good, Sam.
But no, you're right, Sam. I mean, I feel you 100%.
I mean, it's just I don't get. I mean, I walked in the courtroom, seen a dude had a hit and run, blew .21, and got off with probation. Same dude.
What color was it?
You already know what color he was. Brother went in there with just, the situation and gets bop.
Whole different ball game. Whole different ball game.
Now see, it was
whole different ball game.
But it's still, and then just going back to the original thing, like you're going to the courtroom, you were accused of this, you came off not guilty. Cool. White boy leaves the courtroom, nothing comes of it. Black guy goes in there, has to face a hassle of questions, the extracurriculars, but they prodding into his entire life and existence, still gets off because there was an overwhelming amount of evidence saying he was not guilty. Goes outside the courtroom, everybody still views him as a guilty person. And the law still is on his ass even afterwards. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. This the shit that I can't rock with. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it is what it is. We're always gonna be up against the wall regardless.
Listen, I am a real life nigga of I own all my shit. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I've done things.
Yeah,
if I got caught,
accountability, that's another aspect.
I'm an accountability guy. Like I that's just my person. You know what I mean? Like I'm with it, but like
I think
but I'm also like, listen, yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, I want fair justice. Like I want fair.
But see, that's what I'm saying. If you're wrong and you actually did something, then yeah. But yeah, like you said, fair justice. But if I'm not wrong and I'm taking this L, that's where the problem comes in.
That's what I mean. Because everything about that's unfair at that point.
Exactly.
Because if you can't prove that I actually did it, but you gonna pin that on me, and I didn't do it,
and still come out.
But see, that's the thing. And naturally, don't you lose your shit?
What?
If you ain't do it.
Yeah,
And they accuse me I be blown away by when these guys get out of jail. They got out of jail for 27 years.
Man,
they was in jail for 26 years for a crime they committed in 1986.
So you killing everybody when I get out.
Bro, like I'm angry as hell for them.
I'm gonna do it now.
Oh, and the state gonna give you,
bro.
I'll give you $2 million. Listen, okay, great. I ain't got to work no more. Check it. I'm about to be dead. I'm about to kill everybody. Like, I'm not going for this shit. Like, you can't do that to people. And that's happened way too many times where we get put in prison for 15, 20 years. You take that time from us. We lost our families. Our kids is grown.
There's nothing you can get back.
There's nothing you can get back.
Have kids.
So, there's nothing you can get back.
And people believe in the death penalty. They're not giving the death penalty. You know how many people done got killed innocently because of the system working?
Murdered. Flat out murdered.
More Black history.
So like, so if you get put to death and you ain't do it, and they found out after the fact that you ain't do it,
you'll just get posthumously pardoned.
Who you get my bad?
Like, that's it. You'll get a pardon years later after you fucking got murdered.
After you've been murdered. Now, why don't the people, whoever was responsible for putting that person in jail, why don't they get?
They got a raise.
They got a raise.
Promotions.
So what does that tell you? What's the ultimate game here?
Ultimate game for what exactly?
What game are they playing?
We gotta get these people.
What's the ultimate game? The game is they're plucking us off.
You gotta go younger.
We gotta go young.
If we're talking about just the whole thing and
the system in general, we gotta get younger.
We gotta get younger.
Yeah, but
younger and more diverse.
Going outside of the system, just talking about the allegation shit. Put yourself in better situations.
That's true.
Stop dealing
with accountability.
Stop dealing with certain people in a certain demographic in certain occasions and situations.
Yeah. But the thing is, I hear you.
I
agree. But like at the same time, you think about the position that society and economically, like the position that the black community is being put in. Like, you drop a bunch of drugs in the community and say, listen,
Ronald Reagan,
this is how you're going to get money. This is how you can possibly get your family out of poverty. Fast money talk a whole lot of shit that speaks loud.
The two most important things, education and economics.
That's it.
And the sad part is they try so hard to separate the two.
Yep.
If we're being honest.
So, Sam, what are your closing remarks on this topic here?
In terms of this topic, it's just simple and plain. There's no way this is going to change anytime soon. It's just not.
Not lifetime.
Not while we're here. And I pray and hope that it changes after we're gone.
It will.
The whole thing with this now, no matter what you do as black folks and minorities in this nation, man, when you walk outside them doors every day, you're already guilty of something in the eyes of the law. Sounds terrible, but it's just honesty. So all we can do every day is try to, live with our purpose and try not to put ourselves in fucked up situations where they can go out there and hit you with allegations or nonsense. So that's pretty much what
that's it. That's all we got.
It's all we can do, man, because this shit it's not going nowhere.
What you got, right?
Well, for me, man, everybody knows that I hate race. You know what I mean? I hate it. I really think, man, we just all gotta come together. We all gotta come together on common ground, make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Live, create a world where we're all fair, we're all treated fairly. You know what I mean? We can get, if you are tired of us talking about the past,
stop.
Help us heal from the past.
Help us
not repeat the past. Help, acknowledge what your side did, and help us.
Allow
all together. We all gotta change, and like we said, unfortunately, our lifetime it's not gonna happen, but we can mold our kids to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of leaving our legacy.
That's our job.
You know what I mean? So hey, you know, I just want people to come together, man, because you know, no matter how fucked up shit may get, when love is involved, man, everything's okay, man. Like, yeah, and I got
Loved ones out.
trust me, my white friends who helped me through thick and thin, man. I take a bullet for each and every one of them because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them, and they love me the same. So we can have the rest of the world to live like that. It'll be easy.
No doubt about it.
We wouldn't be sitting up here talking about that, man. And, you know, this is the way it goes. I don't care if you white, black, green, red, Indian, Haitian, whatever. I love people. When I travel, when I go to different countries, man, the first thing I want to see is people. I want to go.
We need to go somewhere all together, man, and we need to film.
We'll do that. I got matter of fact, I'm gonna add you, but I got a brother's trip I'm putting together. But you know what I mean? And that's another thing. We got to black people. We got to travel more.
We got to travel, see more than what we're dealing with here. Like it's not the same everywhere.
Let me tell you, people love you.
It's not the same everywhere.
So, just like some other countries, they will hate you.
Yeah.
You know,
it is. It's worse in some places.
But travel,
it's not the same everywhere.
Traveling, man, is just you get to experience so much. You know, and you know, I traveled late. You know, but thanks to football, I got to travel.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people, you know, it's not that expensive, man. Get with your homies.
Take a cruise, man. Like let's go out and see some
travel,
places,
man, so you can experience other types of people. You know what I mean? And that's
facts. That's absolute facts.
And I'm gonna close out on this, man, with this whole subject, man.
Listen,
make it right. Be fair. Be honest. Help the next person.
Listen.
That's all I got.
Much love, Rail. Much love, Sam. Y'all, man. The closing statements were awesome. All love, everybody out there. Like, subscribe to our channel. 3 Shots to the Dome.
Also,
this
comment,
is what we do, man. Leave some comments.
Comment on this video because everybody has different opinions and everything.
We cut up a lot. I know me and Sam go at it. You know what I'm saying? We cut up. He hates me. I love him though. And deep down inside, you know what I'm saying? He love me too. You know what I'm saying? He do. He say he don't love them hoes, but you know, whatever. But
I just put up with this.
My closing statement for all of this is pretty much like on point with Rail. You know, love one's out, man. Like we gotta really come together, man, and really just like and love each other, man, and just understand that like we need everything. We need things to be fair. We need someone to be fair. Like we're not saying we ain't gonna make mistakes. We're not saying we're not gonna be wrong at times.
Right.
We just want shit to be fair. Like, yeah, I get it. Like if I do a carjacking, I want to get the same time as Nathan, who does a carjacking on the west side. Like, I want it to be the same. And I think the love across the board is what's gonna really win out. But like Sam said, to agree with him, is we really got to stop putting ourselves in these positions, man, where we getting laid down and we getting put in positions where they're able to just control our fate. So, with that being said, I salute everybody who's doing the right things, and you know, Terrell's post, his early toast was to positivity. I salute everyone who's living a positive life, man, and trying to do the right things and trying to stay out of the way. I'm one who stays out of the way. I know these brothers stay out of the way. 3 Shots, we stay out of the way. But we want y'all to stick with us and stay around the way with us. So, I salute you all, and this topic touched home. I hope it touched home for a lot of y'all. And I hope you understand what we really trying to come at y'all with. And it's all love. We love y'all. We hope you love us back. I salute you. 3 Shots. We out.
One other thing. Stay tuned.
Terrell got something for
our upcoming live show, NFL Draft.
NFL
Draft night live. We're gonna try.
I love the live shits.
We're gonna try to be on
the live shits be cracking, saying, "Oh no, I act like that."
Hold on.
The lives be great.
We're gonna try to be on a location at a live event. We want y'all to come out. That's a good way to interact with us and help us grow and support businesses. So again, stay tuned for our live NFL draft show. Wear your jerseys, talk your shit, have fun, man. Come have a good time with us, all right?
Real do. Definitely do that. Hey, and real shit, on the back end, I got a teacher. She's educated for Durham Public School Systems. She's going to sit down with us and let us interview her on the issues that she sees within the school systems and the parity of the cultures. You know what I'm saying? Like when we're talking about diversity in schools, she's gonna give us some of that. We're gonna dig into that, but like we're gonna have that coming up soon. Just wanna put that out there because since Terrell did an announcement, so I want to throw that out there too because I got that in the works. This teacher is working on actually becoming a principal because she wants to run a school, so it's gonna be a big thing, and I wanted to just touch base on that with y'all, but at the end of the day, it's 3 shots to the dome.
Y'all be easy.
We signing out. Be easy. We good. Holla.